This is the headstock design for this guitar that are in these plans. It is sort of Gibson-esque. It looks to me like the Gibson Epiphone type headstock. I don't want to copy this completely, so I'm just going to alter it just a little bit. That's not the greatest. I think my headstock design will change over time, but we will see. But I want to make a head plate. I'm going to do a head plate and a back plate. And I have this is offcuts from the back, I think. And I'm thinking to join that in the middle like this. And I would like to put it like that. But I'm going to have truss rod access at the nut. And a lot of this is going to go away. So the spalting would not be a feature because I would have to sand or cut most of it away. And so what I'm trying to do is figure out just how much I need to cut that head plate. I don't want to lose any of that if I can help it. So, and if I'm lucky, I can cut these two off, join this in the middle, and have a back plate that's also maple. It won't have any spalting in it, but it'll be maple. And on the back, on that mahogany, it ought to look nice. And I'm thinking this or this, some type of offcut from this. I'm probably trying to get most of this gray for the truss rod access cover. The woods in this guitar are absolutely beautiful, and it's really, really hard for me to decide what I want to do with them. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to measure measure this span, because that is the widest span. That says 82 millimeter. I assume that's what that is, but I'm going to work with a ruler like this because it's easier for me right now. And so that is 3 2/16. No, I'm skipping 3 1/4. So 1 3/4 per side. And then that gives me way more just with one of these to do a back plate with. So what I'm going to do, that's the plant. And I'll have to kind of position this so that I get the most of this spalting in the top of the head plate, up here at the top. I'm going to use this the same way I would to square off a guitar top. Okay, that's probably square right there. And I really don't need these edges square, this and this, but I want it square. And that's square. So now, what I want to do, let's see, I'm gonna do this one to start with. What I'm going to do is we'll see if this is square. That's square, so is this square? Not in the least. So we're going to continue to And what I'm doing, I want to kind of sort of square these off first, and then I'll do a final step like this. To make them together. Yeah, just it needs just a little bit more. That ain't working, so let's try this. That came really close. Wrong side on it. really, really close. Really close. Oh yes, just blooming lovely. Let me check it against the light. There might be a little gap. If it is, it ain't very much. All right, I have 1 3/4 marked on this side, and I'm just going to take a marking knife. Beautiful. Lovely. One and 3/4. One and 3/4. And I want a nice, lovely knife line for my saw to follow. Do not like this, I don't like sawing onto this or my bench with this saw. It's not going to hurt it. I can resharpen it. That's all it would do, is kind of dull it. I don't have a problem sharpening saws. The problem that I have is that I'm in love with this saw. And I don't want to damage it any sooner than I want to, or than I have to. I mean, I don't want to. I'm just delicate with it because this is basically a dream saw. But these fine cuts, this saw was made for. In order to glue this, what we're going to do, we're going to set this up against this stop like this. I'm going to move this forward this way, just a little bit, because what I want to do is I want to capture that between. If I can get this in phase. Okay, see how it's tinted up like that? So what I'm going to do now is lock this down where it won't move. Like that. And so that what I can do like that. And when I press that down in the center, that'll give me gluing pressure, clamping pressure. And that needs to come this way here. There. And that will give me clamping pressure all along the glue joint, like that. So what I'm going to do is that right there, just so that I can hold these pieces together. And I'll take it out. And we'll put some glue along that seam. And press that down like that. I just want to cover this. So that you don't get any glue on it. And then, if I can find a piece of wood, because I didn't think of that, actually, it doesn't matter. That's tight. We're going to put some weight on it so that it doesn't move, and that will glue up perfectly fine. I'll give it a couple hours before I even think about taking it out of these clamps.